Well, it's a good thing I took that sip of soda. Because I've got a lot to talk about here, folks. Apparently, my little shoot on Ken Penders and Ian Flynn has gotten people talking. Especially Kejui Lee, Miko, and Cloud Davis, and a few others. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that shoot that I did on both of them were my opinions. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to know exactly why I was banned from Bumbleking forums. Because apparently a lot of people are talking about the BK forums in these comments and replies to each other. Well, I'll explain. You see, when I first came on board at the BK forums as a correspondent, a member, someone that just did what any member of a forum does, and that's give their opinion. Apparently, I must have gotten a little too close to the truth about something. You see, this all began when Ian first became part of the Sonic comic book universe as its writer. And apparently, while I was on the forums, I may have done some things that I shouldn't have done. I will admit that. Maybe I posted links to videos that I shouldn't have posted. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But maybe also it's the fact that, again, like I said, I was getting a little too close to the truth. Now what that means is I was getting a little too close to figuring out exactly what was going to happen in the next issue of the comic book. If it was a story arc like we're currently in now with Genesis, I would almost certainly be figuring it out. I mean, Ian comes up with this little subtopic area in his forum, say, ask Ian. So what does he expect from somebody like myself or anybody else when we ask questions? We want to know exactly what he's got planned, right? And when we start asking the questions and then probably putting into detail what we pretty much figure out could be the answer, perhaps that might get us in trouble. And that's exactly what happened to me, folks. It got me in trouble. You see, apparently, on a few occasions, in my opinion, through asking questions, if you will, I pretty much almost figured out exactly what Ian had planned for the next issue. Now, I'm not saying that's totally true, but that's what I feel. Because why in the world would somebody ban you from the site or from your forum? I don't remember saying anything disrespectful. I just did what everybody else was doing. I was asking questions. Maybe I went a little bit more into detail than I should have. Perhaps. But the way I look at it, when you're a long-time fan like I am, and you have somebody that's also been a long-time fan like you become the head writer, you pretty much know from a fan's perspective exactly what they could have planned. I mean, honestly, how predictable can somebody be sometimes? I'll give Ian credit. He has surprised us. But honestly, what does he expect when he puts down a subtopic saying, ask me anything? basically what you're asking for when you put that topic there is you're asking for a lot of people asking you questions and probably going into detail of what they feel could be happening or what they feel is next. And that's exactly what happened with me, folks. I just said what was on my mind. I just came out and I said, you know what? This is what I think could happen. But what about this? What about that? It's not like I was trying to figure anything out. It's not like I was trying to spoil anything. It's not like I was right there at Archie Comics headquarters looking over his shoulder, looking at what he was writing. I was just asking questions. Yeah, now again, like I said, maybe I did some things, brought up some topics or made up some topics and all that may have gotten too close to the truth of what was going to happen in the next issue or so in the story arc. Maybe I posted some links to videos that I shouldn't have done. But you know what? What do you expect? What do you expect people to do sometimes? You open up your form. You're basically saying, hey, you could ask me anything in one topic. You can start any topic you want. Be my guest. I know if Ian didn't want people guessing or asking, not guessing, but making up topics to where they pretty much figure out what could happen in the next issue or so, or call what's going to happen in the next issue or so in the story arc, why doesn't he follow the lead of people like at thatfellow.com? The person in charge of thatfellow.com, his message board, he doesn't let people start up what they're going to do. He doesn't let people start up topics or anything. He doesn't let them. You could, be a part of a topic and that's fine, but he doesn't let nobody start it. You know what? Maybe that's what Ian should have done. But he didn't do it. But honestly, folks, I can never understand this guy. I can't. I mean, what's he going to do if somebody like me signs in from another place? Huh? Is he going to ban me from there? He can't do that. What if I admit I've gone under a lot of names. BW Roses, BW 1979, and recently Patterson PCF. And even Oskaloosa. Those have been my names at the Bumbleking forums. Now, I never knew by doing something like that it would be called band jumping. I never knew about that. Now I do. But here's the question. What's he going to do if somebody like myself goes to a place that offers Wi-Fi, like a restaurant or a fast food place, uses, the iPod or the iPad or the iPhone or the Android, signs in to the site under a new name? What's he going to do then? He won't be able to know that that's that person. He may not. Because that person may only appear once on that form under that IP address, and that's it. The fact is, folks, again, but getting back to the fact of what I'm talking about, the fact is, folks, the reason I was taken off of his forums, in my honest opinion, was due to the fact that I might have been getting a little too close to the truth. Pretty much figuring out what was going to happen in the next issue. Just like I'm pretty sure a lot of people at that forums have been figuring out. I mean, Miko would probably agree with me. Maybe not. But that's just the truth, ladies and gentlemen. In my opinion, that's what I feel I was banned from. Now, I know some people will come on here and comment, well, you don't want to spoil it, do you? You don't want to give away what's going to happen next. No, I don't. I don't, honestly, folks. But the truth is, how predictable can you get? How predictable can somebody get? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm pretty sure he's on his forums right now having a lot of people complain to him, PMing him and everything about what he apparently did to Sally or did not do to Sally, or what he's complaining about the fact that he's soft rebooting or rebooting the comic. I'm pretty sure he's got everything full. So I believe people like me would be least of his problems now. But getting back to what I was saying, folks, the reason I believe I was banned, in my opinion, was one, I may have done some things, like posted some links to videos and stuff like that I shouldn't have done. But I think, in my honest opinion, it's because I was figuring out what was going to happen, pretty much figuring out in asking him questions, going into details, doing topics. I was pretty much figuring out, in my opinion, what was going to happen in the next issue of a story arc. So, that, in my opinion, folks, is why, for many of you that want to know, I was banned off the site, Bumbleking, off the message board at Bumbleking Forums. So, that's all I'm going to say.